Thanks for stopping in today. Today is just going to be a short and sweet video just to give you an update on my dreads. I started them in October of 2012. It's been a while since I've been in front of the camera, and it's been a while since I've shown you where my dreads are at. So I thought I'd just give you a little update on them. My dreads are now almost 5.5 years old. When I first started them, my hair was extremely short, and so they were just little itty bitty baby loves. And it took me about 6 months to get them all in. I did them myself. Doing the back was a little tricky, but I've since had them tightened once or twice by someone else who does this. And she was totally amazed that I was able to do them all myself and that they're all spaced evenly, and I've got all the right coverage. So anyway, my dreads are about 5.5 years old now. They are getting very long. Like I said, it was hilarious when I was growing my hair out to do my dreads. It took forever. And then at work, I was like, hey, you guys cool with me doing dreads? And of course the response was, I don't think so. So my hair was super long, super straight, baby fine. All I could ever do with it was wear it up in a ponytail. And so I'm like, well, that's a project for another time then. I'm going to go ahead and get it chopped off and perm it and see if I can't do something with it in the meantime. About 3 months after I did that, I had turned a certain age. We will not mention that age. And I was like, you know, what the hell? I'm this many years old, and I'm going to let somebody dictate how I can wear my hair. So I started in the back, underneath, and I started putting dreads in. And eventually I got it pretty much all around here, and I had the front still so that no one could tell. I was wearing a snood to work, which was totally cool because I was a vet tech at the time. So you either had your hair up or you had your hair in something. So wearing a snood to work was totally acceptable, and no one was any wiser that I was doing my dreads. So I went ahead and did that. Well, then I had knee surgery, and it was almost next to impossible to recover from the knee surgery while still doing the work that I was doing. And then one day something happened that made me cry. And so I was like, that's it. I can't do this anymore. I'm going to need to take a break. Luckily for me, my sweetie was very supportive and said, how about you take some time off? Get that knee back to where you can do what you're supposed to do on it, and then maybe, you know, find something else after that. So anyway, once I was off, I went ahead and finished the front of my dreads. And the hilarious part was once I had everything in, because I had gone thinner in the front, I realized I had gone too thick in the back. So literally took out at least 20 of the dreads that I had in the back and split them up and got about 40 dreads out of them instead. So at about 6 months, everybody was back in. I believe it was 5 or 6 months. Everybody was in, and in the way I wanted them to be. I wore a silk cap to bed every night for the first 2 years so that they would not come out, would not fall out. I did take the crochet hook to them almost on a daily basis since I had the time, and so mine locked up pretty quick. Mine really did. They did. I think it was like maybe, I know they locked up within 6 to 8 months. So basically it was just wearing the snood to make sure everybody stayed in place, and it was actually a lot more comfortable sleeping with the snood on. And at that time, of course, it was still growing, and it wasn't growing as fast. Since then, I have been back to work in the same place I was before when they told me no. But since they knew my work, and I think they were getting a little bit more progressive. Girls were allowed to wear their tattoos. show their tattoos, I should say. It used to be you had to have everything covered up. And I was hired back on with my dreads in a scene position, so, and in a front position. So I am now a full-time employee, and I am visible to everybody. So it's really nice to see that they didn't let that stop them from hiring me because my abilities are there. Just because my hair looks a certain way doesn't mean my abilities changed. I'm still able to do my job. I'm still able to do what I'm supposed to do. And better, I think, because I feel like I have to do it better so that I don't get judged. So, but that's where we're at. And I was lucky enough to get some time off to work on them. And still go back and forth to where I used to work, to where they accepted them. So, but this is them at 5 years. They have grown so much. They are almost down to my waist if I pull them in the front. If I pull them to the back, they are literally down to my buttocks. So I don't know if you were able to see anything there. I'll edit that if you weren't, other than my fatness. And I need to trim up some of these. I've crocheted the ends in a few times, but you know, when you wash them and color them and just day-to-day mess with them, your ends don't always want to stay in. So I have tightened them and I've trimmed them, and I think it's time to do both again. So that's just a better view of the length at this time. I'm absolutely loving them. Thanks for stopping, everybody. Thanks for taking a gander at my dread updates, and thanks for hanging with me. If you want to see more of my videos, if you like my videos, I do all kinds of things. I do asthma, I do beauty bags, I do sewing projects. I'm in the middle of some crocheting projects right now that I may video as well and put those up. So, and it's kind of discouraging now to not see those cute little green emblems, whatever you want to call it. It's a little frustrating. I was on YouTube for almost 2 years. Finally got things going. Was allowed to monetize, even though I've made pennies. But I still enjoyed doing it. And then I had to jump through the hoops when they decided they wanted to do the monetizing differently the first time, where you had to have 10,000 views, and I think I don't think they had subscribers, that you had to have a certain amount of subscribers. At that time, I think it was you had to have 10,000 views. So they took that away. They gave it to me, took it away, had to go through that, wait for my 10,000 views. I got it back, and then I swear to God, not less than 3 months later, now they're doing all this stuff. So I'm still doing my videos because that's what I like to do, but it would be nice to get the full benefits of doing the videos. All right, everyone, and so I just wanted to give you a quick little update on my dreads there. They are growing out so long. They at work, I still wind up putting them on top of my head some of the times. I've yet to wear them down. It's mainly kind of just throw them up like so. When I wash them now, oh my word, my head is so, they are so heavy. They take almost 8 hours to dry. So they are a labor of love. You don't start these unless they mean something to you. So, but I am so happy that I went ahead and did it. Can't say it's my sweetie's favorite hairstyle, but he is very supportive. Alright everybody, so thought I'd just stop on in here and get in front of the camera just to give you a gander and let you see where they are at. And I'll throw in some pictures of when I first started them so that you can kind of see, or you can go back to those videos. I'll link those videos on this one here so that you can kind of see the beginning of my journey and my journey so far. So I am, I really should measure one of these. Hold on a second. Let me get a measuring tape and just see where we're at here. Alrighty, and when I first started them, it was one of those hairstyles where it was longer bobbed in the front and shorter in the back. So needless to say, I've got several different layers and lengths of dreads, but let's just find my longest one. Oh, let's go with the shortest one. This is one of the newer dreads. This is the baby one that I started about, maybe a year and a half ago from the bangs. He is measuring in at 8 inches. And when I first started with him, I think he was 2 inches. So not bad growth for a year and a half. And I do need to get them tightened up right now. They are kind of scraggly. And this one measures in at 16 inches. And he's just one of the longer ones. I think I've got some longer ones still. So, and then I've been trying to keep the color red. But I am kind of leaning towards a gray, and I'm not sure how that's going to come off. It's a darker gray that I'm thinking of using. Kind of give me your comments down below. Should I keep them red or should I change them to gray? Just trying to do something different, look at it, play with it. That's what hair's for. Hair is just, it's just one of them things that's easy to play with. Cut it, change style, put a new style on. It's always going to keep growing. So I think I have a total of, I think I counted them. I know I counted them when I put them in, but then after taking the back out and putting them back in, I know I doubled that. So I think at this point in time, including the 2 new ones that I put in a while back, a year ago or so ago, there's 2 in the front here. There they are, my new babies. I think I have a total of 75 dreads now on my head. 75 dreads on my head. So I am loving them. Not ready to get rid of them yet. I've thought about it a couple times, but I'm having too much fun with them. And even after 6 years, because it'll be 6 years in October, I still get people who comment on my hair all the time. And they're always positive, always positive. And then you get the folks that look and want to say something, but they just don't, but you can tell. So I'm really happy with them. I absolutely love them. I don't think anything of it until someone goes, "Oh my God, I love your hair. I've been wanting to do that forever. How did you do it?" And I start telling them. And so that was one of the other reasons why I started the channel, was to kind of document my dread journey, throw out some tips there to help anybody else thinking about doing them. So thanks a lot, everybody. Thanks for hanging with me. Take care, and we'll see you in the next video. It was nice to see you face to face again. Okay, take care. Bye-bye.